I'm live, guys. How are you doing today? It's Lisa Kay here, and I'm happy to be here today in this space to chat with you for a few. I was thinking about savings as not just as an entrepreneur or person in business, but I'm thinking about everybody who needs to save and what we can do to save money, right? So, just a few thoughts. As Sandy and I were talking about that, we need to use this platform a whole lot more to communicate just great information with people. As attorneys, me as a realtor, her as an author of a book, both of us as having created a daily journal. I mean, there's just so many things that we can be doing in this space and using these social media platforms more effectively. So we had that conversation this week, and I thought, you know what? Since I'm kind of revamping myself and looking at how I can save money and, tweak here and things like that, because it's obviously good to be in the habit of savings. Now, I'll tell you how I kind of got into this space this year. I had a conversation with an attorney friend of mine, and he was reading the book called The Automatic Millionaire. Now, I don't have my copy right here handy nearby, but he was telling me like how easy it really is to just save money, right? Just to save money and to hone your skills about saving. And I thought that's great. And he said he followed that. He said he followed that model to a T, and sure enough, it put him, just following the book, he said, put him into millionaire status, which is great. He followed that path and he goes, oh, it's not hard to become a millionaire. It's really not that hard. And then, once you master that first $1 million, then presumably it gets easier and easier. So, yeah. So that's the thing. So saving money is a good thing. So let me get to these tips. I have 5 tips for you, 5 tips on saving money. And I want to get to that right now. So when we think about saving money, um, we think about, okay, what can we do to kind of shave here? And instead of spending or letting that money just kind of go out the window, where can we put that money and begin to mount a nice little, what do you call it, a nest egg, if you will, and be able to grow that little pile. You may not have a plan for it right now, but the idea is obviously is to grow your little pile of funds and have it available for whatever that might be, or use it for whatever purpose you might want to in the future. So, tip number 1 toward 5 ways to save money. Number 1, make a budget. I know it sounds old fashioned and it's real old school, but guess what? It does work. Make a budget. So you have to look at everything. You have to really, and making a budget doesn't mean doing that in your head, right? It means putting that thing on paper and actually making a budget. So that would be tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to meal plan. Now, this might be an issue for some of you and maybe not others, but if you are the type of person that loves to go out and eat and to wine and dine, and that's your thing, that's great. But if you're trying to rein it in a little bit, that would call for you to do some meal planning. So you might decide that you only eat out once a week, or on special occasions, and other than that, that you buy and eat meals at home, Or if you work every day and you go out to eat during lunch, you might rein it in a little bit and start packing lunches. And you will realize, I've definitely done this through my career, realize how much money you spend by not packing lunches, by just going out eating every day. And oh my God, if you do that 5 days a week, you just watch the money that you really end up spending in that department. So definitely meal planning. And I'll tell you another thing. If you're a grocery shopper, you can definitely look at your budget for grocery shopping. Some people may, be used to big families, and so they might buy groceries every month for like four people, right? And that's what you have to do. But if your family has downsized to the point where you only need to buy food for yourself and maybe one other person, you have to adjust those habits sometimes of buying a lot of stuff. When if you make those adjustments, you realize you don't have to maybe spend as much money at the grocery store. So that's another thing. And then the other thing, I love this number three. This one is automate your savings. Yes. So a lot of people, they pay bills online. They already have these automated processes, right? So why not automatically transfer money into your savings account every month like clockwork, like without even having to think about it? Just have that money go into that account. So I did end up buying the book called The Automatic Millionaire, and I do love the book. And one thing I learned that was really, really good. So if you work every day and you break down what you earn on a daily basis to an hourly rate, then every day, one of those hours that you work should show up in your bank account, right? So whether that's the end of the week or on a daily basis or however you do that, when you get paid, then you need to pay yourself first. And one quick way to think about that, you can do a percentage of your pay, or you can take one of those hours that you work every day, that times five, and put that away every single pay period as a way to start growing some income. I think that's great. But find a way. Ultimately, number three is about automating your savings. And number four, look, don't get mad at me because I'm about to say this, but yes, some of you will have to cancel some subscriptions. Thank you very much, because that is just a constant vacuum that is sucking money out of your bank accounts, adding money to your credit card debt every single month. If you find that you've gone, say, 2 or 3 months and you're paying for a subscription service and you're really not using it, my suggestion is get rid of it. Definitely just go ahead and get rid of it. What's the point? What is the point if you're not using it, right? We don't pay out money for sentimental value just because we like an app. We shouldn't. I mean, if you have it like that, keep doing what you do. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to rein it in a little bit and begin to try to save money because you have some other goals, you do have to shave off somewhere. So why not consider canceling subscription services? A lot of folks have apps that they're paying for right on the phone, and the credit card is basically being charged every single month for any of the apps that have some type of monthly subscription fee. So think about that. And then social media. Wait, let me stop there. Let's get to that was number four, right? So cancel subscriptions. And then number five, hold on, I have a list here. This is another one that some people will not like. My number 5 is cut out cable and paid channels. Yes. Don't hate me. But yes, if you cut out cable or drop way, way back to basic, um, that could be a good thing for your wallet. That could be a good thing for your savings. Some people may find that you may save money switching to a streaming service, a complete streaming service, as opposed to some of these. There were different ways that people used to pay for cable back in the day. A lot of things have gone digital. So you may find that you'll save money comparing and contrasting costs in terms of the different cable streaming service providers. So you have to look at those things. You definitely have to look at those things because these are ways that you can rein it in and save some money. So let's go over my list again really quickly before I get ready to sign out. We're talking about the 5 things that you can do to save money. Number 1 is make a budget. Good old fashioned way works every single time. Number 2, meal planning. Yes. Whether you're working or whether you're going to the grocery store, do a better job of trying to rein it in with regard to groceries and meal planning. Number 3 is automate your savings. That is that can be so easy. If you know how to set yourself up on the automated side with regard to your banking, online banking, automating your savings and growing your money that way and putting money aside out of what goes in every month can be a great way to grow your savings. Number 4, cancel those subscriptions. Yes, those paid subscriptions for all of your services on your phone, all of your apps, the gym memberships that you really aren't using at all. When you could possibly get out there and be walking every day and bouncing a ball or just doing some floor exercises every day. If you're not using it, then just get rid of it. And then number 5 is, again, don't hate me, cut out cable. Cut out cable, cut out all of that. And by the way, guys, let me tell you, that might not be as hard of a decision as you think it is. And the reason why, there's a lot of streaming services out there that you can get for like $5.99 a month, right? So you end up getting some really nice movies and some programming with some of these different streaming services that are out there. So giving up cable, especially that huge cable bill every month, you might not need to hold on to that. You might need to look for some digital alternatives to get your movies. Some people get their movies on YouTube and on other forms of social media. Some people watch movies right there. So consider the options. That's the list of 5 tips to help you guys save money. Let us use some of these things, whether in our personal lives, whether as entrepreneurs, as business people every day. I need to stand straight this way. Yeah. Let us begin to save more money in 2024. It doesn't make us less of anything to save. It actually shows that we have discipline and that we're able to put something aside and pay ourselves first. And we need to do that. And don't think of it as, oh, I don't have nothing and I don't have enough money. Look, if you have 10 cents, you can put 1 cent away and begin a savings plan. You start where you are. And remember that. Never feel defeated about saving. and starting where you are. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off this platform for the day, but I'm going to try to hop on here more often with some tips and some things that can help us all out, as we matriculate, so to speak, through 2024. Have a great day, guys. We'll be talking with you soon. I'm Lisa K. Crawford. By the way, if anybody needs to get in touch with me about the work that I do on a daily basis, I am a real estate agent, a broker associate with URG Realty here in South Florida. So if I could ever be of assistance helping people buy or sell, definitely want to reach out to me for that. And then the other thing that I do is that I am a probate and estate planning attorney. So if anyone needs help creating estate planning documents and needs to discuss that, wants a consultation to find out what type of estate planning documents they should have, anybody who needs help with probate court, that would be where I can help you. You can reach out to me. Definitely give me a ring at 954-864-8950. All right, I'm out of here. Lisa K. Crawford signing out on Learn Biz, the podcast. We'll be talking with you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.